All right. Hi, everyone. This is Jen from Windmill, and I'm here with Emily.
Hi.
Emily's going to share her testimonial with us today. So, just a little bit of background is that Emily has been with us since, I think we considered it's probably somewhere around like the summer, fall of 2017.
Yes.
And then, of course, we know what happened in the world, for a period of time there. And you came back to us, like 6-7 months ago?
Yeah, not that long ago.
Okay.
Obviously, like you said, the world kind of changed, and I wasn't very consistent about showing up even before that. And so I got to my breaking point again, where I was spending probably 50% of my month not feeling well. So either no energy or like physically just in pain. The hormones were kicking my butt, and so I came here with my mom again, just cried, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to get better. And now I am.
And you had an idea for what better was for you.
Yes.
And how long did you anticipate that was going to be? Like, could you see that on the horizon? Was that part of?
No, because like when I was here the first time, like I was feeling better, but like not like shockingly better, like how I felt this time.
Notably.
Yeah, and so when I could see that difference in a couple months, like I remember Dr. G was like, okay, well, we finished, the first round. How are you feeling? I'm like, wait, we're done with the first round already? Like, that's it? Like, I feel this good?
So this time, whenever you came back.
Yes.
And the difference is that Doc has a lot of tools in his toolkit.
Yeah.
And since he started the Zone technique about 2 years ago, that is what has been different with your course of adjustments this time.
Yes.
And
zones,
like you said, it's been
the zones and going in, just having that time in the biocharger. And I also think that it really helped that I was consistent. I wasn't flaking on, okay, I need this appointment and I know it's going to make me better. It's not an inconvenience. I need to show up. So I think that helped too.
Well, that was part of it. You were learning how to show up for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's a big component of the Zone technique is tapping into the underlying emotional side of things.
Oh, the emotional side.
It's everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite. But if you don't mind telling people what did send you back this time? You kind of hit on hormones and that you just weren't feeling good. So was it fatigue? Was it
it was fatigue. It was body aches where it was painful for me to sit like I am right now. It was painful to walk again. I was just having like really bad shin splints and stuff. And overall, I would consider myself a healthy person where, I was working out 4 to 5 times a week. I would drink a gallon of water. Like, I had that large thing on my desk. Eating habits, I would say again, rather healthy, but why was I spending 50% of my month miserable?
Yes.
Miserable.
So how quickly did you start to notice things were changing in the direction you had hoped for?
Pretty quickly. Like I would probably say in 2 months, if that. Like it was very quick that I was like, oh wow, I am feeling so much better. Because I remember my next month when I was having my my period and stuff, and be like, oh my gosh, I'm not in pain anymore. Like I'm okay. Or oh my gosh, I don't have my headache for the 4th day in a row. So it was really neat and awesome to know that I could see that each month. I was like, before I'd be so like frustrated when the month would start over again. And so when I started like, oh wait, I'm managing this, like I'm healthier, I'm feeling better. I was like, probably, like you said, 2 to 3 months. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And of course with all of you too, like I think I noticed the change in just my language that I used.
It is
And
a major component.
like I said, and the emotions,
Mhm.
got to go deal with all of those emotions because that's what kept coming up. And
Yes.
so I realized that I had to deal with those too.
Because they will. I mean,
Yeah.
what is underlying in all of our emotional states, whether whether we have a way to express that and we have all of the language for it. I mean, most of the time people they don't have the word for what the sensation is that they're feeling. And that alone can be healing and transformational when you can just say, that thing that causes my fatigue, it really is an ache. It's like a heartache, or it's a frustration with this aspect of my life, that then you can say, oh, okay, well, now I have choice to change that. And like you said, you were also more invested in yourself. And it's easy for us to say, and this is one thing that I've said on other videos, it's easy for us to say miracles happen all the time because we see it. We see the change that happens. It's a harder job to instill that hope in somebody else and say, just stick with it and know that you're worth it. And that's why we do kind of dig on those emotional things. And not that we ever want anybody to feel uncomfortable. It's just that we want people to know that that's a major component to it, and it really can liberate you. And it is one of the biggest changes that we have seen with going to the zone technique and just letting people know, like, usually this is where this resides.
Yes.
Usually this is the zone that, this emotion is attached to. So take it for what you will.
Yes.
And if you want to talk about it and you want to talk through it and you want to find new language for it, then great. We want to help people with that too. And sometimes we don't get to do that, but sometimes we do, and we really appreciate.
And I appreciate it.
The ability to be in connection with you in that way too. So thank you for sharing your story on this one. So, what would you tell somebody if they came to you with a set of health concerns or complaints? What would be the thing that you would say if you had to give just a quick little speech to somebody? What would you?
Well,
say?
I've actually said this already to some of my friends that they've been talking about stuff, and it's kind of what we were just talking about. Like, well, what emotions are you trying to hide? What emotions are you pushing down and not trying to deal with? Because your body is going to take those and do something with them.
That's right.
So deal with your emotions. Because otherwise it comes out in a zone.
It does come out in a zone, and our bodies want to mitigate that out of us. Like, it'll find a way to manifest. And symptoms are usually, like, your body's been whispering all along, and generally we have a sense of what it is, but finally it gets to a point where it's like screaming in alarms and bells and whistles, and that's your symptom. And whatever it may be, like true aches and pains and discomfort in an otherwise very healthy body, young healthy body. And not that age has but finding a way to get to those. And sometimes you just need a little bit of help, and that's what, like, your body is equipped with everything that it needs to know and do and transform itself. Sometimes you just need a little help to get that little, whatever that little lever is
for it,
or that little flip is, that just has to happen within the nervous system so that it can do what it knows how to do. So glad you're here.
Me too.
Thanks for sharing your story. Lots of people benefit from that. So, and we've enjoyed watching you just get back to who you are, who we always, and it seems like it's even better.
It is.
Yeah.
Very happy to be where I'm at.
We're happy to see it. So, thanks. Anybody who's watching, feel free to reach out to us. You can always call us or text us on the line here. It's 314-849-4120. We have a great website. We're always happy to answer questions. We love to meet new people and just and see how we can help you on your health journey to be the best you that you want to be. So take care, y'all. Bye bye.